This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Germany, here is a European super middleweight champion, the Patriot, Patrick Roll Call.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right.
You couldn't buy a seat in this place. You'd be very lucky if you're ringside, but you know what? Watch it from home. You've got everything on a plate.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. The hook scores. And caught him with a left hook. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good defense stopping that jab. Defense is not an option for these two. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Here we go, it's round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Do you believe this? A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
How about that time counter shot? Perfect counter lands. You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with that hook. A very competitive round. with 10 seconds left. Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
His stamina is off the charts. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. He couldn't take anymore, and down goes the Patriot. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Can't find a home with that jab. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. On to the 4th we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength, and preparation is how you are going to deal with this.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And that could be the beginning of the end for Rocco. Don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Good counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
When you go out, great work, great work. I love that jab.
On to the 5th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
These two were made for each other. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And they're going to let him continue. On to the 6th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punch. That counter shot lands. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. And down goes Patrick Roco. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Roco in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw it.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then...
Take him out. He's ready to go.
Here we go. It's round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this... You watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Starting to take some... Did you see that? Oh, Patrick Roycal right now stumbling around. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Patrick Roycal seeing cobwebs. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Just missed with that hook. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Oh, Patrick Roycal right now stumbling around. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. there's the bell for round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.